Howdy everybody, it's Amy here from Amy's Sparkly Diamond Painting. I originally made this video for Patreon, but I have decided to switch it over to YouTube. So here you go. I thought I'd do something that's crafty, but a little bit more about self-care rather than being too crafty. It's actually a pretty simple craft, but it's the idea behind it and talking a little bit about de-stressing and little gifts and things you can do for yourself or others to help with that. But I thought I'd start out by showing you what I've been working on the last few days. So I did an Amazon unboxing video and I came across this. I'm not normally a Disney fan, but it is Diamond Painting with Friends 2.0 event this month is about food. And Laura over at Crafty Chef Diamond has been hosting it and talking about croissants and how she makes them and French cuisine and all that. And she's a Disney fan, so when I came across this the other day, I was like, oh, I guess I can do something for the event. So that's the diamond painting I've been working on. Not a whole lot. It's a pretty easy one here. Not one I would normally do with only 17 colors, but it's actually coming out better than I thought. So that's the diamond painting part. My dogs say hi. And then I've been kind of working the last few weeks off and on remembering how to do beaded crochet and pulling out some of my old projects here. This is one I started about 4 years ago. I bought this as a kit actually on Etsy, and it's from Crazy Artist is her name. She's in the Ukraine, but I couldn't find this until yesterday. So since yesterday I've gone from, oh well, I guess the yellow was where I was at. So I've done about twice as much on it now. This is a beaded crochet rope. This is an African pattern is what she calls it. African patchwork, I believe. But you can buy this kit right now. And it kind of held up for a little while because of the tariff situation. She makes these kits made to order, and she has all the instructions and she'll send you a PDF and all that, or you can just buy the pattern if you already know bead crochet and you have supplies. But it got held up by DHL was the delivery company, and they weren't delivering to the US, but it did finally arrive just yesterday. So I have a couple more kits, but I've also been researching and looking into beaded snakes. My kiddo's a snake fan, and so there are some beaded snake patterns out there. I bought a book on it years ago and was going to do one and never did. So I've been playing around with this. And the way it works is you string the beads in reverse order. This kind of looks like a mess here because it is, since I carried it over to my crafty table. This is a couch project, but I'll untie that later. But you string the pattern on backwards. And then when you start crocheting it, of course, it's going to be in the right order. And it's just single crochet, bead crochet with tiny crochet hook and thread. So I've been working on that, hopefully to make a snake next, but that's actually a little bit simpler than the snake idea, but you'll see that in the future. I've also been working on my rainbow scarf pattern by doing a test swatch of different two-color knitting patterns. Pattern. I'm saying pattern a lot, but I wanted to test out some of the patterns I was coming up with. So if you haven't seen that rainbow scarf knitting deal, I'm designing as I go. So step one of that project that the video is out there for Patreon viewers, the step one was showing you what colors I was doing and casting on and what the plan was. So this is actually going to be a vertical scarf that is fringed on both ends, because you start on one end, you tie on your yarn, you go to the other end and you stop and tie it off. And that way you only have to work on the front. So no purl stitches. There may be one or two at the edge, but I'll talk about that more in that project. But these are some of the different stitch patterns I came up with, so I've got more ideas related to that. I'm about ready to put out a second video where we tackle one of these stitch patterns, and I'll explain how I'm already changing my mind on what I originally thought for the first video on the pattern. But this pattern will look something like this, with some of these different stitch patterns, only in rainbow colors. So that's what I've been doing there. And we've got an unboxing to do, because this is actually related to what the video's about. So this actually came this way, and it's already coming apart a little bit. So I had it sitting over in my unboxing area, but now I need it for this little project we're gonna do. So this is one of the mini dazzles from Diamond Art Club. I do enjoy doing the minis, and this one I debated for a while. I looked at it off and on, but it is a set of 12. So I went ahead and ordered it with another order, because I only picked out one canvas on my last order, and this saved me the shipping, because with this I got the free shipping, of course, with the discount that I had used on the canvas. So this is the Mini Dazzles Chinese Zodiac set of 12, and we're going to take a look, because it's already been coming apart. This box just did not want to survive, but since I'm going to do something with this here soon, we'll take a look at what we got. So if you've ever gotten the Mini Dazzles, they do come with the toolkit with the smaller tray, so we'll throw that off to the side, don't need that. Then we have our little thank you with the tips and tricks. You've probably seen these. With the discounts, QR codes for joining the VIP group, all that good stuff. So, don't need that either. Now these don't have very many colors, but we have the pictures here with the names of the years, the Chinese zodiac animals there. And then 8 colors is it. We have 1 AB there. And it looks like 7 fairy dust. So AB972, which is the yellow. So the lightest yellow on all these will be the AB, and all the rest will be fairy dust. So we have them in 2 packs of 6, it looks like. And all the diamonds are together here. Chinese Zodiac. So hopefully nothing spilled out. I'm hoping that... It's weird that they were in 2 packs, and I'm looking, it doesn't say like A, B, C, or D. So I'm hoping this is all the diamonds. I guess there wouldn't be that many based on the small size of these, but, well, that's not very many of that color, 947. We'll know when we know, I guess. But there are the drills. So we have 3801. 349, 817, there's our AB, there's 310, 740, 918, and 947. 947 is symbol number 7. And the horse has some. Well, I don't see any on this one. So yeah, there are. There's a few. So not that many, but hopefully there weren't 2 packs of those, and one of them may have fallen out over there in my unboxing area. So let's see what we got here. Like I said, a little more casual on these videos. Hopefully you don't mind that too much. So I don't need to... Oh. Okay, I'm back for you. It was just a second, but for me it was a little while, because my kiddo just came home with a brand new car. He bought his first car. Well, brand new to him. It's a used car, but his first ever car purchase. Put a picture there, hopefully, if I remember when I edit this. But we were looking at these Chinese zodiacs, and while I was gone, I did go ahead and check, and this was the only package of drills, so that should be enough to do it. I just worry a little bit when I see maybe 100. That's not even 100. That's not very many diamonds for that color, so hopefully that's enough. But I did not find a second package of these, so that must be it for all 12 of these. So we have the horse, and I might need to actually refer to this. I think that's the ram. No, that's a goat. That's why I need to refer to the stickers. There's the goat. There's a monkey. I know that one. And the rooster, interesting. What's going on here? I probably should have checked these earlier, because you saw I just unboxed these, and for some reason the rooster has big old X in Sharpie. That's some sort of ink there. I'm gonna have to take a picture of that or share this video with Diamond Art Club to say, hey, maybe that's why the box was not sealed all the way, because it had been checked or something, and for whatever reason, don't know why, don't know what's different about that one, but Rooster has a problem there. That's a dog and a pig. So interesting that that has a big old X, because even if I could read the symbols in diamond paint over it, I'd have to find a way to get rid of it on that part. So, I wonder if it is washable. The stick is okay, probably except for there, but I don't know. That's a little disappointing, considering that I paid full price for this. So we'll keep going here. So there's mouse, and there is the ox, and the tiger, and the rabbit, and the dragon, and the snake. So interesting. I may not be able to do what I was planning with these, but we'll keep going because the craft doesn't necessarily need this. We're going to talk about stress a little bit. We all deal with stressful situations. There, that should puzzle you a little bit, except I probably put the picture as the thumbnail for this video and a description. So no, it shouldn't puzzle you. But anyway, so I was getting a lot of migraines while I was working, a lot of stress, but I didn't realize how much the stress was until I wasn't working anymore. Now it's so different, but we live in a world full of stress, and we have friends that are stressed and all sorts of things going on. And I've talked before about my advent calendars that I've made for family and for us through the years. And I wanted to take the idea kind of a different direction, but share it with you in some ways that you can do this for yourself or friends to help out when you're having a bad day. So we're going to take these lunch bags and we're going to decorate them and poke holes in them, but most importantly, we're going to fill them. And the idea here is that if you want an advent calendar but don't want to spend the money, you can start working on this project now and fill up 24 or 25, if you want to go for Christmas Day, 25 bags with goodies for yourself for the month of December. And then it'll be a surprise because you're going to randomize them and you're not going to remember what was in there. And then you'll have your Christmas stress relief every day by having a goodie bag that you open and enjoy. But this also works any time of year, and that's why I'm doing this now for myself, because you don't have to wait till Christmas to do this for yourself. This is something you can do anytime and on any kind of budget. So we're going to start with some bags here. And something else has just come up with us over the last couple days. Jim's sister is moving. They bought their first house. He has a little sister that just bought their first house, and they are moving. Jim is my hubby, by the way. They are moving this weekend over near Dallas, and we are going to help them move. So I thought I'd already bought the stuff to make myself several bags, but I think I'm going to make some for me and little snack goodie bags for the people doing the move, because it'll be several family members and friends that'll be helping with the move so that we can get it done in a day or two. But anyway, the idea behind these bags is that you fill them with things that'll help you not be stressed. Duh. I'm having trouble finding my words for some reason. And I have done various advent calendars through the years that are crafty, meaning that there's something inside each bag that builds together to make a craft. And that's why we were unboxing these diamond paintings, because my thought is I could put one of these diamond paintings in each of the bags and have them randomized. The trouble though with all diamond paintings is they come as a kit with one bag of drills, and in this case also just one sticker key. So you have to, the diamond painting idea you have to do only for yourself. Kit these up and have them somewhere, and then just have the diamond paintings in the bags. But you can also do yarn. So this is an example. There's a lot of yarn packs that you can buy of mini skeins, and there are tons of patterns out there to do advent calendar knitting and crochet projects with the mini skeins. So you'll get like 24 or 12 depending on who you buy them from. They're all over Etsy, usually before Christmas, but you can buy mini skeins right now, and you get a variety of different yarns like this packet that I bought, and you can put one in each bag, and then each day open it up and you have that one skein, and then you knit with that, and by the end you have a neat striped shawl, scarf, whatever, or crochet. So I had this pack just to show you as an example. I also like knitting socks, and I have a lot of old sock yarn that I haven't used. I mean, it's already mine, but I can put these in. I've got a few more here. I love Croy sock yarn, and I got that on clearance a while back, but I can put some of these in some of the bags, and I like to knit shorty socks with these, so one skein is enough to do a couple little shorty socks. So I've got those. So that's the Crafty thing. If you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, mostly Hobby Lobby, you can find like mini cross stitch kits if you want to do those, like the little round ones and the mini hoops or whatever. There's just all sorts of small crafty ideas out there that you can put inside your bags. But you want more than crafty things, you also need other goodies. So I have these inspirational cards that I got for junk journaling. I'm going to put one of those in each of the bags, and I'm going to try not to read them before I put them in there, so they'll be somewhat of a surprise. And of course the food goodies. So I like to put a chocolate in each one. So I've got a couple bags here of my favorite chocolates, because again, this is supposed to be just a little bit about spoiling yourself, but you're spreading it out over time. If you make these as de-stress bags instead of Christmas bags, then I mean, you could make these and have them through the year. So we'll just chocolate, and I like Smarties, so we'll put a Smartie in each one. And then cookies. So I have a couple of my favorite cookies here. These are individually wrapped. It's really good, especially if you're making these for gifts for friends, that you get individually wrapped things. So these are Biscoff cookies. They're wrapped in packages of 2. But one of my favorite cookies is shortbread cookies, and these, it's tough to find individually wrapped ones. So I got some, because it's for me, I got some Ziploc snack bags to put in those. I also like to put a beverage. So I got 2 of my favorites here. This is a type of tea that they sell at HEB, which is a grocery store here. It's kind of special because it has these little cards in them that I like for junk journaling. These are artisan made, and you can take that out and use it for junk journaling. So that's one of the reasons I like this tea, is it comes with these little goodies, some beads on here, perfect junk journal type stuff. These make a good gift. But this is tea here, a Jiri tea, and this is a Kenyan black tea here. So I got some of those, but I also like this kind of coffee. And this you can find, again, I got it at HEB here, but this is, it's not instant coffee. You pour boiling water through it, you set it on this glass, on your coffee cup, and it's got the coffee inside there. You open it up, you pour it, and it's got a little milk packet with it as well. So this is Vietnamese coffee. And I think it's really good. They make different flavors, but you got your latte creamer here, and then your little coffee ground thing that you set over the cup, pour boiling water in. And I love these. They feel like a little special treat. So there are only 5 in a package, typically. Yeah, this one has 5. So they are a special treat. They're not something you can do every day. So that's why they're good for something like a stress bag, because it's it's going to be a special treat because it's something. Let me get rid of the package noise there. It's something that you really like, that you're filling these up. What else do we have here? A little protein goes a long way. So how about some beef and cheese sticks? And then I like fruit snacks too. So I got these peel apart because there were 12 packs in this box. So they're pretty small. So a fruit, a protein, a chocolate, a sweet, a coffee or tea, and a cookie. So those are the food items that I plan on putting in my bags, and I'll mix and match. I mean, they won't all have all the items. They'll have a sample of each of them. And then finally, you got to spoil yourself a little bit. So, and this is where these would be really good as gifts as well. So I had a little fun going through and finding some little packets of goodies here. Some really nice, but rather inexpensive, because it's just one thing here. This is one bath pack here, one very nice bath bomb. A thing of soap there. Mostly I got soaps, because I do like that one's Desert Rose. And then I got some rejuvenating facial oil from Burt's Bees. That sounded interesting. And I found this moisturizing nourishment cream there from Dove. These are all just grocery store items. And then I also got, finally, some scented goodies here. So we'll move those off to the side. So I always like to put a candle or a wax melt or something. So I got these. These come in packs of 12 each here. Some little tea light candles, not votive candles. These are tea lights. So really, really cheap. I got a couple different scents there. And then the wax melts. And each one of these is 6. So when I do these Christmas bags for families, or our friends and families, I should say, I usually have a candle and a wax melt in, because you can buy those little holders. Let's see, I thought I had one over here. This is one I've used, but you can buy these really cheap. You put the tea light candle at the bottom, the wax melt at the top. I've got some wax stuck in there, and the tea light will melt the wax. Really economical little scented thing. So a tea light and a wax melt together can make a really fun little goodie to put in there, along with your bath stuff, your drink stuff, and then your snacks. So that is what I do when I fill these. And then also added a little goodie, like in my case, craft items that I already own. But well, you could buy your own little crafty things. Here's another idea. If you like to crochet dishcloths or pot holders, this is Walmart, peaches and cream. That'll fit in there. And you could do a whole bunch of these, because they're like $1 or $2. And they're quite affordable, and have some dish cotton to make yourself dishcloths or whatever. So this is somewhat out of order, somewhat random, but the idea is you put a smell good, a bath good, a drink, food, and a crafty good inside the bag, and then seal it. And then you put them in a basket or somewhere around in your house. And then if you have a friend that needs something, a little pick-me-up, you can just take a bag and give it to them. Or if you need a pick-me-up, you can take a bag and have a nice relaxing evening with it. So that's the thought behind this whole project. So the project part of this is, of course, decorating the bag. And I prefer to decorate them ahead of time before I fill them. But if you really want to truly make this random and a surprise, you want to decorate them after you fill them. So fill them up, mix them up, and then put the decoration on, because you might remember otherwise what's in each bag. And it's always fun when it's just a surprise. So the idea with the decoration is, a couple more of the sayings there. I have some flower stickers, just basic flower stickers that I was going to put all over the front. There are some sayings in here. There's just various flower stickers. And then I've got some ribbons. So the idea is to poke a couple holes in it. Let's see. Hold it like it's going to be sealed. And then put a hole on each side. Oops. I always forget that. I try to do the crocodile thing there. So poke a hole after it's folded on each side. Give it basically a couple eyeballs there. There we go. And then put stickers on the front here. Let's see what we want. Just whatever. It doesn't have to be any theme or anything. I'm just picking random stickers here. And this is why you want to do the sticker afterwards, because now I'm going to remember, oh, that bath bomb is in the one with the pink rose on the corner. So that just makes it easier though for video purposes. Now I'm going to fill my bag here. So let's put the stress relief in there. We'll put a thing of tea. How about purple? I love lavender. Lavender is my favorite. So we're going to put lavender here. Put a little candle in there. We need a fruit snack. One of these beef and cheese sticks. Nice little protein snack there. Some Smarties. And a cookie. I don't have to put these in Ziplocs, so we'll open that real quick. So my little set of cookies. And then a Crafty thing. We'll throw the peaches and cream in there. Okay. So we've got bath goodie, scented goodie, drink, protein, candies, and cookies. And now we can fold the bag to the back. So we've got holes poked in the bag. Now I'm going to take ribbon, and I'll use a smaller ribbon here. Almost forgot our little inspiration. And if I were going to use this, but I really want to let Diamond Art Club know about that instead, I would have put one of these in there as a little mini diamond painting, but instead I went for the yarn. It just depends on what you have, but you don't need to go spend a whole lot of money for this. Okay, I found some scissors, but you don't need to. The point isn't to go spend a lot of money. And that's why I'm using stuff that I already had as far as crafty stuff goes. But I'm just going to cut a piece of ribbon here and thread it through the holes toward the front. There, so from the back to the front. And the bag is shifted again. So trying to get the holes to match up is a bit of a challenge here. I'm going to poke one more time there, because they're just not matching up. And I'm gonna do the bigger hole. I did the littler one, and that also caused me some trouble. So poke the hole, stick the ribbon in immediately so you don't lose where that hole is. There's the bigger punch. This crocodile has a very tiny punch and then a bigger one. And the tiny one is hard to thread stuff through. Okay, there we go. we're gonna suffer through this somehow. And then you can tie a little bow. And if you have a gift tag, if you want to give these to friends, of course you can attach a gift tag at this point if you wanted to. But I'm not gonna do that. Just a simple overhand knot. And a bow. And there, you have a filled goodie bag with all sorts of neat little things in there. And wouldn't this be a great thing to come off work or come home from a really stressful day, reach in a basket, grab a bag, and enjoy the little snacks. You wouldn't have to cook supper, maybe, if it's just you. And do a little craft, a little diamond painting. The mini sets on Temu would be good for this, but again, you have to kit those up. You have to have your kitted up diamonds somewhere that you know where they are, as well as the key, the symbol key, and just pull that out to do whatever diamond painting is stuck in the bag. So that's the idea here. I'm going to make myself some of these. Originally, I was going to make myself a whole bunch for Christmas time and save them, because, you know, it's May. I probably won't remember what's in them by the time Christmas rolls around. So treat yourself. Make some of these bags. Just go to the store, buy a few goodies that you like, go through your crafty stuff, find some kits or yarn that you haven't messed with in a while, and make yourself some goodie bags and put them off to the side, and when you need it, it's there. Or if you have a friend that you just need a quick bag for, you can have them all ready to go. So that's my thought. You can also, of course, make your own advent calendar, or for friends or family if you want to do those. So whenever I talk about advent calendars that I was making for family, which is what we did for Jim's family last year, this was the idea behind it, only they were Christmas themed. So hopefully this will give you just a little bit of an idea of something you can do for yourself or others that'll just be a neat little treat when you need it. So that's what I have for you for today, and I'll have more content coming up. I'm kind of behind on some things, but I'll catch up soon. So thanks for watching.